Mutualistic arrangements are most likely to develop between organisms with widely different living requirements. Mutualism is a type of symbiotic relationship where all species involved benefits from their interaction. What is mutualism? The term mutualism can be simply defined as a relationship in which both species are mutually benefited. This relationship can either be within the species or between the two different species. The species with this relationship is termed as symbiont. Mutual relationship is seen in all living organisms, including human beings, animals, birds, plants, and other microorganisms like bacteria, virus, and fungi. Obligation mutualism. In obligation mutualism, the survival of one or both organisms involved is dependent upon the relationship. Most of symbiotic as well as non-symbiotic interactions occur through obligate mutualism. Obligate mutualism is also termed exclusive mutualism as the interactions are very specific and the absence of the interactions result in the death of one or both species. Facultative mutualisms. In facultative mutualisms, both organisms benefit from but are not dependent upon their relationship for survival. Facultative mutualisms can be described in one of the three ways: resources mutualisms, service mutualisms, and service mutualisms. In resource mutualisms, both of the species provide a resource to the other species. In service mutualisms, one of the species provides a service, whereas the other provides a resource. In service mutualisms, both the species provide service to the other species. Trophic mutualisms is a type of ecological interactions that involve the transfer of energy and nutrients between two species. Involve the resource interactions where the species provide resources to one another in the form of nutrients and energy. It exists between species of two distinct trophic levels, like autotroph and heterotroph. Defensive mutualism is a type of service-resource relationship where one of the species provides nutrients, whereas the other provides protection against predators or parasites. Can be explained as a species defending the other for a reward. Exists between insects and plants. Most obligate, but some of the plant-fungi interactions are facultative. Dispersive mutualisms is the interactions between insects or animals and plants where animals acquire nectar from the flower while facilitating the transfer of pollen grains. A service resource mutualisms that enable the dispersal of the plant to the new areas. Some animals help in the dispersal of seeds to suitable habitats in exchange for nutrients from the fruit. Clownfish and sea anemone is an obligate mutualism, the symbiotic relationship between an anemone. The anemone provides the clownfish with the protection and shelter. The clownfish provides the anemone nutrients in the form of waste while also scaring off the potential predator fish. Honeybees and plants is a facultative mutualism. Insects and animals play a vital role in the pollination of flowering plants. While the plant pollinator receives nectar or fruit from the plants, it also collects and transfers pollen in the process. Mycorrhiza is a trophic mutualism, the interactions between fungi and the roots of the plants where the plants provide carbon to the fungi and the fungi provides nutrients. The plant is an autotroph that produces sugar by photosynthesis, whereas the fungi are the heterotrophy that depends on the green plants for nutrients. They provide phosphorus as well as water to the plants as part of the interactions. Aphids and ants is a defensive mutualism. Aphids produce honeydew to the ants, which is carried to their nests at night for protecting them from the predators and escorts. Ants are benefited by assembling the aphids eggs and storing in their nest chambers to survive the cold winter months. Ficus and weed webs is a dispersive mutualism. The female webs enter the feed flowers and carry the pollen grains to the other flowers. The webs lay eggs on the part of the flowers which is nourished by the gall present in the flowers. Thus, the plants help in the larval development of the wasps, while the insects enable pollination of the plants.